Despite the terrible news of finding out that Tribe 9 is EOSing, there is some really hype news of a game that's on the horizon finally coming to the West that not only I'm gonna enjoy, I know you're going to enjoy, and it's almost impossible you're not a fan of this game. This game, you may be wondering, is actually Persona 5 Phantom X. And here's the thing, guys, this is not sponsored. I genuinely want to play this game, and we are going to be playing this game. Now, the cool thing is that this game is actually going to be coming out next month on the 26th. So this is going to be more than enough time for us to be able to prepare. For those of you guys that are on the train hype for Etheria Restart, we're going to already be flowing on that. And then this is going to be coming out, and I would definitely presume around that time we'll probably have a little bit of a dip in some of that hype. So we'll be able to actually pick up the Persona 5, the Phantom X train. There's so much that goes into this game. I want to actually take the time though to actually first check out this story trailer that they dropped, just so you guys can get a little bit of an idea of like what some of the visuals look like. All right, let's see.
破滅に抗うために 無欲との決別を
This already looks sick. This already looks sick.
マガ通信知らない？街中で見かけた迷惑な人をファントムって認定していくってやつで、やつがターゲット。
All I'm saying is, where's those English subtitles? Dude, the music. The music always hits. So it's like puzzles. There's definitely like some traps and stuff like that too. Oh, that's sick.
いつか欲望の搾取が始まる。だとしたら欲望を奪われるのを止めないと。そんな奇跡が起こらない限りできっこない。
Oh, and dude, the maps in this game are massive. We got Guitar Hero.
首突っ込ませてもらうぜ。俺らで料理してやろうじゃないの。ダメダメ。
Yeah, these animations are so sick. Joker. Yo, they literally have like everybody in here. Yeah, that's so sick. Yeah, they kind of cooked on that. All I would ask for is the English translations there, but hey, nonetheless, they low-key cook. It's just kind of giving you a little bit of an idea of like what the game kind of looks like. There's obviously the story component where you kind of living like the school life with the protagonist. And then on top of that, you're having this merge of all of these worlds, because keep in mind, if you are a fan of, you know, the Persona series, these are all things that kind of are happening. Like these are like different groups for one that you're dealing with. So like, for example, if we go over to the let's actually go up to the characters, that's something that I think like was really a drawing for me, was the idea that you have all these different characters coming together in one game. And so like, for example, you have the protagonist group where you have the protagonist, and then you have Zoxaskun, which is actually the persona for the protagonist. Now, one thing that I think is really interesting and what I found to be really cool to know about the protag, and I got to shout out the homie Sion. We sat last night and we were just kind of chatting, but he's a in-game player on, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the CN side. And he has a like super stacked account, but he was kind of explaining to me like what some of these characters are doing, and like specifically with the protagonist actually has the capability of being able to equip any persona in the game. Now, to kind of give you guys a little bit of reference, I'm, like I said, a fan of Persona, but I also love the Shin Megami Tensei series, and like if you play D-Types 2, then you know obviously this is somewhat down that alley. So when I was kind of seeing like you had certain characters, like for example, you could equip Alice, right? right? You could equip, I'm trying to think, Thor, right? Like, and it was all based around like certain things that you might have been trying to basically put slot fill with the protagonist. So like if you need heals, you can build the protagonist to heal. If you need, say, more electric damage, you can build the protagonist to deal more electric damage. If you need more physical damage, then you can build the protagonist to do that. So the protagonist actually has a really unique role within this game, being a gacha, where it can basically be a character built to slot fill and kind of like suffice, and I would say honestly give you value in areas that you might be lacking on your account. So that was like one really cool thing that I just wanted to kind of note with the pro tag that I thought was really cool. But of course you got other characters as well, like Lufel. And then you also have, like, for example, here, you have Matona as well, in their own unique personas. And then you also have the Phantom Thieves of the Hearts, which again, this is like the classic like squad. Like you got Joker here, you got Mona, you got Skull, you have Panther. These again are just like, anytime you see these characters in the game, just know it's about to go down, especially freaking Joker. You already know what time it is when you see Joker in a game. So I was just like, okay, dude, like they really like cooked. Like I was even saying too here, like you have the Phantom Idols as well. So you got a ton of the other characters, Yuki, you got Leon, you have Mont. Like it's really cool to see all these characters in one game. And the cool thing is too, guys, is that the other thing that I know some people are going to ask about is like, you know, other variations, seasonal characters, you know, things of that nature, free characters. Like there are characters that you can grind from events for free. There's weapons that you can grind for free from events. There's also going to be seasonal versions of some of these characters for summertime, some for things like Lunar New Year. They really honestly like kind of jam-packed this game with a lot of value, I feel like. And the other thing is too, is that like one of the comparisons, which I'm gonna dive a little bit deeper into it, but I've been asking a lot of people that I've come across, like what would they like compare the gacha to? And they've been comparing it to Punishing Gray Raven, which in other words means very free to play. So I think that that's always a good thing, considering that a lot of players that are like out of the region that are playing on there, they could only play free to play. So they're getting a really good experience. And I've only heard nothing but positive feedback on the system itself. So with that, of course, you have the school life. So basically with that, you have the opportunity to enjoy life as a high school student in the metropolis that is Tokyo, and how you spend your days after school is up to you. Depend on your friends, your friendships, devote your time to clubs, or even work part-time. So there's a lot of different things that kind of give you tasks or like kind of missions that you'll be able to take up and do. And this, of course, is going to be netting you like different things like the premium currency to summon, resources to build up your units, etc. And what's really cool is too, is that basically your experience every day will help you grow as a Phantom Thief. And so with that, it then has the Phantom Thief life portion of it, where you're able to explore the worlds of mementos. So basically with this, you're basically able to kind of go throughout this entire thing, where instead of in this world, it lies strange enemies known as shadows. So those are going to be the, I guess, like, I don't want to say antagonists that you're going to be going up against. And it says a mysterious metaverse navigator app installed on the protagonist's phone allows its vastness to be explored. Infiltrate the metaverse to take back the desires that have been stolen and exploited. And this is like, again, for me, the reason why I'm so excited for this is because, like I said, if any of you guys played D-Type 2 Shin Megami Tensei, I feel like this is like the second chance of that, but with Persona, right? And it's being done in such a fashion. It's so much cleaner, it's so much better. The content is so vast. So even what I'm planning on doing, I'm like gonna see if I can actually get an account up and running, but even up until when we're in this Etheria Restart wait room and, you know, just kind of waiting for the game to come out, I wanted to try to actually start like, you know, playing the game a little bit so we can get a little bit of a feel of how the game feels, you know, investment in units and stuff like that. So you guys can also see some of those things firsthand. And we're going to try to start on a fresh account at that too. So I think that that would actually be really cool. Now, the other thing is too, guys, is that this game is going to be readily accessible on your iOS, Google, and S also is going to have a PC client so that you can play this on Steam. So for all of you guys that are coming from Tribe 9, I feel like you're going to be able to get that experience where you can play the game on your phone, you can play it on your PC, and then there's that cross progression, right? Now, I think again, the other thing that's really important, guys, is to make sure you go and you register, because they're already hitting all these milestones, right? Now, the thing with this is that this is already going to be, if we can hit that 1 million, that's going to be 20 draws that we'll basically be able to take advantage of. We'll get 5 weapon draws, we get a free outfit for the protagonist, and then the avatar and the profile card. So I feel like that's all like really, really great stuff. And then there's even more follower milestones, which I'm assuming is going to be based off of, you know, their Twitter pages and things of that nature. Now, again, this game also doesn't seem, and it might be, let me know in the comment section down below, there might be like a fan-made Discord, but what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to set it up no differently than how we had it in Tribe 9. So if you guys want to share data, spreadsheets, things to help players get prepared for Persona, definitely make sure that you guys join the Discord, okay? Now, the other thing that we're also going to have set up as well, because again, I really want to show some love to the homie Scion, because he is a veteran in this game. He like plays it. Dude got level 80, like almost everybody on his account that he has. And I will say, if you wanted to get a little bit more of a firsthand look of what the gameplay looks like, and even some of the summoning, I'm gonna have a video link down below so that you guys can check that out, okay? But again, I'm really, really excited because, like I said before, we're in this unique position where we don't have, you know, Tribe 9. I've never really had a situation on the channel where a game I was genuinely enjoying just EOS, right? So we're going to be going into this, learning as much as we can and trying to make, again, the same thing happen with what we did with Tribe 9, just making great content, drama free, and just trying to have fun. So if that's something that seems like is going to be of interest to you, let me know down below in the comment section down below who you're most hyped to get, and also what is going to be something that you're looking forward to with the release of Persona 5, the Phantom X. So that's going to be basically that with this one, guys. All of you guys, stay blessed out there, and I hope to see some of you guys around. All right, guys, peace.